All right, what's up, people? This is episode 3 of Creators That Don't Create. We are back. It's been 2 weeks now, right?
Yep.
Um,
We went on a little break.
After the first two, we were like, I don't know. um, but we are back. It took us a while. Both of us have been really busy. We've had school and other such stuff. I forgot to start recording on here, but I'm going now. Yeah, we've had school. I've been cleaning out my garage and making room for a video studio. So I'm excited about that. It's going to be pretty cool. We can talk about that later. But yeah, the first thing that we should get to is probably we said that we were going to make a video last week. And we both did make videos. Mine, I am not proud of, and we can talk about that. There's a lot of things that I learned from it, and that I would do differently, and will do differently the next time I film. And yeah, so Dylan, let's talk to you about what video did you do? What did you make?
So I I decided to make, because the theme we did was isolation, and we were just like, let's just make something like, kind of like general idea of isolation. So I just wanted to make it. At first, I wanted to make it really serious, like, show a bunch of shots of the house, and I don't know, just like an empty house, just like what I wake up to. It's just the streets are empty and, what everyone else is going through. But then I thought, well, I don't know. I just feel like everyone's going through that right now. And so I wanted to do something that like is a little more unique to what I, wake up to and stuff. And so I just thought it'd be fun to like incorporate Emerson, our little dog out here. So I just made a video about like Emerson being isolated in his crate, because he sleeps in his crate, and him like kind of starts out with him just like isolated in there, and then he's having dreams of being with with people, and with my girlfriend Madison, who they do like everything together. So I just kind of created something where it went from him in the crate to his dream, back to him in his crate, to show that he was isolated. So
yeah, no, I actually really enjoyed yours. I thought it was a really cool idea, and I liked the use of music. What was the song that you used?
Oh, Wouldn't It Be Nice by the Beach Boys?
Yeah, no, that was good. I enjoyed it a lot, and it really, like, I definitely got the feeling of like isolation. I thought it was really well done, and there was a lot of shots in there that I would not have really thought about getting that you got. So it was fun to watch that. Yeah, I'll just jump right into my video. I wanted to do like a little bit of a different take on isolation, and it went terribly. I wanted to talk about social media isolation, and how you can like isolate yourself through social media. But it just like, it didn't go well at all. And I planned it out, and I really enjoyed the process of planning it out. I did like a storyboard and everything, which is right there, for all the shots, but it just didn't turn out. It didn't go together very well. And then a shot that I wanted to do, where I was laying in bed. So here, I'll preface the whole story. I'll talk about what the whole story was, and then we'll talk about the shots. So the story was like, you wake up in bed, and then immediately jump on social media, and then you're sweet. and then you're on social media like throughout the day. just constantly. What?
The GoPro shut off.
Yeah. Yeah, we're having technical difficulties with this whole podcast. I think we're about to give it up.
Like, you can just say it like you have another camera going and it just
Right.
shut off.
Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to record on a second camera. Oh my god. Oh, it started again. What? I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but I wanted to get a better visual of me, and then Dylan was gonna do it next week because he didn't have time to get his stuff, so I was just testing it out, and it might just be the death of me, I guess. But back to my video, it was really just like talking about how in these days, like now with everything that we have, social media can like consume your life. So I wanted to display that. So I had like an opening shot of me sleeping and then reaching over, grabbing my phone as soon as my alarm went off, and then immediately jumping on social media while I was laying in bed. And then I went to the bathroom and I was still on social media while I was going to the bathroom, and then eating breakfast and I was on social media. But the shots just didn't go together very well, and the story wasn't it just wasn't really a story, I guess. It was just a bunch of wide, like medium shots. Like there was no variation in the shots. There were no tight shots. There was maybe like one or two wide shots in the whole thing. So it just like, it just was bad, honestly. And, one of the shots I wanted to try and do, which I still really want to try and do, and I think would be really cool if I can figure it out, is to film like from the phone's point of view of me like swiping on Instagram, like swiping up, and then like you can see my thumb, and then I would overlay over the screen like the Instagram feed rolling,
but it could still see your face,
right? But it would be like behind the Instagram feed, so it would be like you're looking through the phone at me
from the phone. Yeah
And I didn't think about it very much. I kind of just like tried to shoot it and then was like, well, maybe I'll figure it out in post. And I tried to do it in post, and it was just not, it's just bad.
What did you try and do?
Well, I just filmed like a regular shot of me with my hand around the lens, and it looked really good on video.
Mm-hmm.
But then when you tried to overlay the Instagram feed was like too wide, so you could only see like part of the feed. And then trying to time the swiping was impossible, dude. So
it like your finger would like go, but then it was like slightly too slow to...
Yeah, no, exactly. Because I would look, the way I tried to do it, I tried to time it after. So I would watch the video, and then I would try and swipe while I was filming my phone on Instagram. Would try and swipe at the same time that my thumb was swiping. I don't even know how I would do that any better. I don't know how to figure out how to time that. I want to try and do that shot in a future video of some sort, but I have no idea how I would do it.
I think it's pretty much just in post. I think you have to like just time it up with like, I don't know how it works, but with keyframes and like smoothing out, like just you have to just have like a bunch of experience of like, special effects, I think, or like timing things where you can like, quickly just be like, okay, this is the point of contact of the thumb, and then this movement, it's going to like keyframe up and then go faster. It's like, I think it just takes a long time.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it would be so nice if I could just get like a really long banner of like the Instagram timeline, and then I could keyframe it easy. like keyframing's not hard if it's like a static video, you know? I would just
Yeah.
keyframe the swipes, but I don't know how I would even do that. So I put it all together. The whole story, like the whole video was put together on my timeline, and I like started trying to do that, and I started trying to find music, and then I looked at it and I was like, this is a lost cause. Yeah, no, and I wholeheartedly stand by my decision to give up on that.
Did you export anything?
No, I didn't. And I think that it's, there's some things that, oh, dude, okay, this thing is done. You're done. Retired. I retired the GoPro. It's over. But I think that some things like just, I don't want to be editing a video and be like dreading it, And I think if I get to that point, I'm just like, it's just not something that I really want to keep pursuing.
Yeah, and I agree. I think it's like, unless it's for obviously like another person or a client, if you have one, or like, if it's something that you feel you should push through,
right,
for a different reason.
Yeah.
But it's like, this is just the first, not every video is gonna work.
Yeah, it's a personal project, and like, I probably could have finished it and it could have come out like moderately okay, but I just don't, it just didn't feel like something that I wanted to continue doing.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that right now. I'd like to revisit the story, because I actually do enjoy that. I like the idea of the story. So I'd like to revisit it at some point, but like do it right.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, especially with everyone on it. You could come out at it with a different angle of, like, I don't know, whatever you go through, but maybe have something simple for the first try you have at that video.
Yeah.
And not something that, maybe just like focus. Well, how did you storyboard it?
I just drew it out here. Jesus Christ. It's got pasta on it now, so that's sweet. But these are terrifying drawings, actually, looking back at them. But like, I literally just drew them out. So you probably can't see it, but I did each scene, and then in every scene I storyboarded like what I wanted the shot to look like. Yeah. And then I wrote a little description. So I really enjoyed that portion of it.
Yeah.
And I think it helped me like understand more of what I wanted to get out of the video. But I just don't think that I think I overcomplicated it.
Yeah.
Especially for a 1-minute video. So.
But it's also, we don't really storyboard that much.
No, I don't.
Video, so
right.
It's
and it was a new process.
I think it's good though. I want to try it on mine. The next
Dude,
one
I really want to. I really like, because I often have like really, like I like the ideas that I get, like that come to my head, and then I lose them quickly, or like they're disorganized. And then also like especially if I'm shooting like a short film, I don't want to like be in the moment and then be like, oh, let's try doing this, unless it's something like really out there. I don't know. I think that it's better if you have the idea and then you just stick to that idea.
Yeah. And like at least like the story, the like through line, or like the overall purpose you stick with, but maybe like certain angles or shots you change.
Right. I listened to Dan Mace. I listened to his Skillshare actually, and he was talking about how like when you're filming your video, if you're like out in the field, there's often times where like you see something that you really want to shoot, and then you really have to ask yourself, like, is this adding to the story? And he, on the top of his scripts, he writes down like one sentence that encompasses the whole story. And if you read that story and then think about that shot, if it doesn't add anything to the story, then you don't put it in.
That's actually that's cool. I've never. That's kind of a quick or a cool like quick thing to do. That helps.
I
But
lost you for a second.
I think that's cool. I think that's like a really good tip
Yeah,
to
no,
have. Is
definitely.
like it's like it's literally like a paper.
Yeah.
You know, like what's your point, and you just like keep going back to it.
Yeah, and I think oftentimes like people, like especially me as well, think that you need to elaborate more than you actually do. The story should be like simple, and like to the point most of the times. Like you really don't, I mean, maybe not to the point, but like the story should be simple. And then like if there's things that need to be explained, then those can be explained. But oftentimes the viewer can like make assumptions about a lot of things that we try to add in because we're like, well, what if this, you know, like what if they don't understand that? Um, so it's really important for me to try and like simplify all my stories because I try and make them way too elaborate, I think.
Yeah, and I also think it's just like once you find a good story, you like save what you've done for that, and then you kind of go back to what led you to that great story, and like what why it was a good story, and you find that it's like it's usually you have a mixture of good characters, no matter what it is, even if it's a something like this, like you still have like a good character or good characters, and you have a change in how that from when that character started doing something to the end, there's just some type of like arc or change.
Yeah, that's actually really
um,
interesting. Um, I've been watching a lot of videos that have like voiceovers, and I've wanted to try that, and I don't feel confident enough to like do it, you know? Because it's such a different um, way of telling a story that I want to try it, but I'm just nervous too, you know?
that's how I was too. I've had to do it for class, and I'll send you I'll send you one video I just did for my class, and I did complete voiceover,
Really?
and I wrote it and everything, and it was really hard to. The hardest part was simplifying what I was saying, because you end up
Yeah.
saying so much, and like you have to balance it of like, well, do I need to say that or can I just show it?
Right, exactly.
Um, and then also the fact that like my voice, it's hard to make it. I don't want to like make it sound too serious, or it's hard to make your voice sound a certain way for the video.
Yeah. Definitely. Dude, what's that guy's name? Shoot. One second. Let me look it up. But he made a video that I loved. It was a short film, and it was about a boy who wants to go to space. And I sent it to you. You know, actually, I'm going to just look on there. I sent it to you and Charlie. I think I sent it to you. One second. But the kid wants to go to space, and it's a 1 minute video, and it's so well shot. The colors are beautiful. The story, dude, is so good. And he has a behind the scenes on it. that is so good. He talks about like how he got the shots that he got, why he did the things that, I mean, it was just both the actual video and then the damn, bro, I text my girlfriend a lot. I'm pretty sure I texted it to you. Let me look through yours. But he did a voiceover with the kid, and the kid was his cousin, I believe. And maybe I didn't send it to you.
I don't remember it.
I think okay. But like that video, like I was like, damn, bro, I want to make short films like really bad. It's James Matthews or something like that. But it was so simple, like so simple and so to the point that it was so clean. And I'll find it and I'll send it to you. And maybe put it in the description of this video when we post it on YouTube. Dude, I uploaded our whole other podcast, the second one, to YouTube, and then it was like you haven't verified your YouTube yet, so you can't upload videos longer than 15 minutes.
What?
Yeah, you have to verify it to upload videos longer than 15 minutes. And I was like, God damn it. So I had to go verify it. And then you have to delete it and re-upload it.
The video?
Yeah, and it's an hour long. And with my internet, it takes 10 hours. So I forgot about that. So I need to re-upload it.
I think it'd be cool to have our videos put on there too, even like no matter what we make or anything, we just have them, and maybe we can talk about it later.
No, I totally agree. I think we should put our videos up there so that people that are if we ever get anybody other than my girlfriend and us to listen to this, they can play along and like watch our stuff that we're talking about. So that is what I tried to create this week. How did your process of creating your video go?
Good. Well, I think way too much about stuff, so I decided for this, I was like, I'm just gonna I had an idea and I just went with it. I didn't even like think about it twice. I just went and filmed what I had
Right.
In my head, and I just was like, oh, this will just be pretty fun to edit. And it was really fun to edit. It was just like I just when I was putting Emerson in his crate, I just got a couple shots.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got a couple, or I had gotten a lot of those shots that were in the like little dream sequence.
Yeah.
I got that like way earlier.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Not all of them, but because I had those. I had just been filming for fun and stuff and playing around with the camera, and so I just thought, well, I'll get some more footage and just put it into like a montage of stuff, and then I didn't finish it. Like I had an idea to put everything in like a dream like a dream type filter where it's kind of like fuzzy.
Haze.
Yeah, and then it's like a little like warped, and then it has just put that on there, and then but I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put it on. It won't take me that long, but basically the process was I just filmed, and then I started editing like right away. I just like put it in the timeline and started like, I knew what music, or I just thought, oh, that'd be cool to put in. I just put it in. I didn't even like plan anything. So it's funny because we took like really
Really different
different
routes.
routes, but it didn't necessarily like. I think it's complex because like you were making a video of something so much different than I was. Like mine was so simple. Like
Mhm.
it had no real like that much depth, and yours had a lot of depth.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that it had that much depth. It had a couple of different scenes that I wanted to convey like something, and I just like I completely failed to convey what I wanted to convey, which is the reason that like I just kind of gave up on it. And I think that it could be a really good video if I decided to reshoot it, but it's not something that I want to pursue with the footage that I currently have. So there's that.
Yeah, and that's. I mean, I'm literally like to go off of that. Like in my class, we
Uh-huh.
had a. What do we do? Like for my editing class, we had a project that I told you about the footage that for a documentary that hasn't like the our professor is editing a documentary and gave us the footage to just play with.
Mm-hmm.
And I, like a lot of the shots were. I was like, God, none of these are working. Like they weren't bad. It's just they didn't. It's so weird. I could not figure out how to edit anything together, and so I ended up just putting together what I could. Like I was like, I don't know if this is good or not, but I can't figure much else out. And I showed it, and the class was like, "Well, you kind of missed the mark on like the personality of that character. Like you didn't choose the right clips." And I was like, "Yeah, I know." But then I realized I knew that I was hoping I was like, oh, maybe it'll be like the opposite. Like maybe like they'll be like,
Awesome.
oh, or not awesome, but they'll be like, oh yeah, you picked decent shots. But when I watched other kids like their edits, they like it made so much sense. Like watching it, I was like, oh, that makes so much sense to put those clips together. And
Yeah.
that I was seeing how they like came to that, and like those kids are editing. They are editing a thesis project right now. They're editing another documentary for another class. They're editing projects for their friends. They're editing for work. So they're editing so much that it's like second nature. They just know.
It's just a
And it
habit.
not it's literally like it's just like practice. Like they and I was like that's why you know obviously it's not everyone's gonna have like that they can't just quickly spot things like that, but I just noticed the ones that were really really good were the people that are editing every single day, but
Mm-hmm.
not just like one video. They've been doing that every year at school. So
Yeah.
and that's I don't know. I was just like, okay, well that's they have their own process down, and it's from trial and error.
Yeah, dude. I have a really hard time just sitting down and editing for forever because I'm like really active. I have both my brothers here, and then when Charlie's here, I want to hang out with her. So it's hard for me to like really want to just sit down and edit for a couple hours.
It's the same for me.
Mm-hmm. So I think I'm gonna have to start getting up at like 5 again every morning. I've been getting up at 6, so
You're like, I'm just gonna have to stop sleeping. That's just too much time wasted.
but like I can get so much done in the mornings editing when I get up at 5. Like that's when I was editing like the Europe video and stuff like that, which I haven't finished, but I was getting a lot done because like my family doesn't get up until like 8. Charlie doesn't get up till at least 7 usually. So if I get up at 5, dude, I've got 2 to 3 hours of just grinding, just putting my head to the keyboards, slamming my face on the keyboards until something works.
Just throwing GoPros into the wall.
Dude,
You're
fuck
done.
that thing, bro. That's so annoying. I was filming with it today and it wasn't doing that. And then it's like, oh yeah, you're doing something important? Fuck you.
Yeah, I know.
That's how it goes.
I know.
Um, have you filmed anything since that video?
Not really. I was telling Madison, I was like, I'm just gonna try and film like just one thing I do each day,
Right.
because it's also just like in this time, it's like, why not? Like I I'm losing time at the moment because class is like school's getting pretty hard, and um it's just like, but in the end, it's just like prioritizing. I'm
Mm-hmm.
having a hard time prioritizing the time, but yeah, like my goal was to film something each day, even if it's just like 2 or 3 shots of me. I don't know, like going outside to put the garbage cans out or something. It's just like, okay, well, what's interesting about that? Or how can I make it interesting?
Yeah, definitely. I've been, um, I mean, currently we're in a total garage redesign and we've been, dude, going so hard on the garage. We've had a pile of boxes as tall as me. I'm a tall guy, you know? So that's a pretty tall pile of boxes sitting in there for, I mean, at least 5 years. And before that, they were in a storage unit. So,
It's like new breeds of spiders just
dude, new breeds of
forming.
dust, bro. Dude, a new virus is gonna come out of this and it's gonna cause another pandemic. They're gonna be calling it the tall white kid virus. I don't know what
Just some dust.
but so we totally moved all of our shelving around. We've been going through all these boxes and most of them are my grandpa's, which means that there's stuff that like because he was a scientist, so it's all like really important shit. So we don't know what to do with it, so we're just throwing it on shelves right now and then hoping one day it'll come to us, I guess. But and then a lot of it's like family pictures, which is ridiculous that it's been just sitting in the back of our garage for years.
Like, what do you mean? Like family pictures from you guys?
Yeah, from all my whole childhood, all my pictures. They're just piled in dirty, bug-ridden boxes. I mean, that's what happens when you move 7 times in like 10 years. You're just like, I don't care anymore. I'm putting it in this box and that box and all the boxes. I'm pretty sure we grabbed pictures and just started, like throwing them in separate boxes so it was harder to find, So we literally have to go through every box and lots of them are filled with billions of papers and you have to sort through every paper that is useless. It's all like receipts and letters that my grandparents sent to each other. So throwing them away. And then pictures like in the little nooks and crannies of that.
Oh man, that reminds me of finding stuff at my. It's the same. It's at the Judy's house.
Yeah. That garage was crazy, bro.
Oh, that.
Did they clean it out?
I don't think so. With everything, I don't know.
But yeah, so I've been filming the process of redoing the garage because it's gonna come out like Dylan has seen the design that I'm working with right now. And it's pretty cool. I'm excited for it. I'm excited. It makes me really excited to film videos. But
Oh, the table. Yeah.
yeah, the table and the shelves and stuff.
How are you gonna? Well, I'm assuming you have the wood already. Or are you gonna get?
I have the table. So
Oh, you okay?
I'm working on. I'm gonna build the table tomorrow. Start building it. It's gonna take a couple of days because I have this really old um, oak wood that it's so heavy, um, and I need to like. I've already cut it down quite a bit because I was gonna build a desk out of it, and then I decided that I'm just gonna build this table out of it, and I'm gonna use epoxy to connect it all together, and then it's gonna be like smooth and shiny.
Oh wow.
Um, and then I'm going to connect four corners of it to hooks, run wires to the ceiling. They're going to connect to pulleys that are going to go over to the wall and then pulley down, which is going to connect to a concrete block that I'm going to make that's going to be the same weight
As the table.
as the table, so that I can just literally like with one finger just push it up into the ceiling and pull it down.
Jeez. That's like, oh man, I want to see it, like
Dude,
in person.
Yeah, dude, you need to come back
You know.
and see it when it's done, bro. I'm freaking excited for it to. I mean, I'm still probably at least a week and a half away from it being finished, which really isn't long at all.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
For that.
But I'm repainting the wall. I've ordered some of the parts for the shelf, and then I need to get some wood for the shelves. And then I have the table, I have the pulleys. I just have to make the concrete block and finish building the table.
The pulleys are going to be connected to the wall on the side, like it's going to go.
No, so there'll be four pulleys right above the table on each
Right.
corner on the ceiling, and then there will be four pulleys about 2 inches off the wall, probably 2 to 3 inches off the wall, and that will go down from the ceiling to the concrete block. That's going to be just really like this close to the wall,
Right.
and it'll slide behind the shelving unit, so you'll be able to see like when the table, like on video or whatever, when the table goes up, the concrete block will come down. It'll be so cool.
And, okay, the video that you sent, I was trying to figure out which wall that was, like that has like the.
Yeah, so that's the back wall, like the back when you walk into my garage. It's the right wall.
Front. Yeah, it's like you walk in and it's the longest wall.
Yeah.
On the far side.
Yeah, but I'm so excited to make that like a studio for filming and podcasts and all this stuff. And like, it's ridiculous that I have the opportunity to do this. Like, it's absurd because like, once I get it built, it's going to be such a nice studio that like no one really has, like you'd have to be so lucky to have something like that, which I am,
Well, yeah. And like no one's able to get materials really right now.
Right.
Or move.
Yeah. I mean, Home Depot and everything's still open here. I went to Home Depot today. And it was, dude, it's crazy. More people are at Home Depot than ever. We've gone to the dump twice to take 7 boxes to the dump. And, dude, we waited in line for like 40 minutes to get into the dump. Twice, both times.
Are you wearing masks and stuff, or are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's so funny because we went to Trader Joe's today, and we had masks and gloves and stuff, and it's funny to I don't know, just to observe people's behavior. They're just like, some people are so irrational. They're like, they'll just like dart away from you or something, and then they'll like be super close in on somebody else because they want a food item right next to
Yeah,
them,
I
and it's
know.
like, what?
Yeah, it's stupid.
Did you hear it? Did you hear about that? My dad said that some some lady was like so pissed off in Walmart at these people because they were getting too close to her that they started bickering and then they fell on each other in the aisle. And they were like fighting and then I was like, they defeated the whole entire
Might as well
purpose.
be swapping saliva.
They probably were.
They're probably doing that. What is it called when the bully's like on top of you and they're like, and like the little spit wad that
A
comes out?
loogie. Just a little corona there, a little corona there.
Let me put it in your eyeball. Turn your head. Let me put it in your ear. Good luck getting that one out of there. But yeah, so I'm excited about that. But it's been like completely occupying my mind. Like I wake up. Good night, dude. Love you too. It's been the only thing that I can think about. So I wake up and I'm like, all right, let's go get started on the garage. And I've been, dude, these days have been so long. I'll get up at 6 a.m. and then I don't go to bed. Like I don't stop working until like 5:30.
God.
And the garage is more of a mess now than it was when we started.
Because of that.
And we've taken 2 loads, full car loads, to the dump.
Of the boxes.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And it just does not go away, bro. It's just like coming up from the ground. But we are making progress and we're very close. I think we'll actually get it done tomorrow.
The boxes?
Yeah, we'll see. But then we'll start painting and building the table.
That's good.
So I haven't consumed any content over the past like 4 days.
What?
I haven't consumed like any content over the past 4 days.
Oh, so you've been in... Okay, well, I'll fill you in on
Okay.
a couple things. Okay, so a good video I saw was... Actually, I've been watching a lot of like, I don't know, just like the New York Times, like little short videos and news videos about doctors in the ER and stuff right now.
Yeah.
And like it's kind of cool to watch some of them because they're, I don't know, they're actually really, they're well done videos. They're not just like news videos where it has like, just the format of like obviously they can't have like a news anchor anywhere right now, but I don't know, they're getting kind of creative with them. It's kind of cool to watch because it's also cool to see how things are changing. Like because people can't be there as a news anchor, they've had to do Zoom and all this, but they've also had to tell the stories differently, and it's cool to see.
Yeah, man, that would be hard.
Because it's literally just using. And then the drone videos I've seen right now, oh my, they're gonna get so good. Like, it's crazy. Like you've probably seen some of the drone videos of Italy.
No, I haven't.
Of like, watch some of them. The streets are empty. It is crazy. And then some in New York, a bunch of people are sending out their drones right now and filming just empty streets, and it looks like a movie.
That's
like
crazy,
it does
dude.
not seem real right now. It is so weird.
Honestly, not gonna lie, right now would be the best time to be in New York.
Oh, dude, there are some people making. That's another thing. Like I saw a music video. Dude, it's so funny. There's this, Lyrical Lemonade. It's like this
vaguely.
YouTube channel that they do mainly like rap music videos.
Uh-huh.
And they'll find like underground rap artists, and oh my, there's this one. Dude, these guys are for sure not supposed to be outside, but they're in the streets, and they're just like driving a Bentley like down the streets, and that you can see a couple people with masks just like walking in the distance, and they have no masks or anything. They're just like
Swag.
filming the video. But it looks sick. It's like they've paid
the
off the whole city to be empty.
Yeah, but what they don't show is that the videographer is in a full hazmat suit.
Tripping and like can't
He
like
freaking drops his scissors and it pokes him, and then he's like, "No!" Just like Dwight.
it's a green screen.
Um, that dude, that would be so crazy. It would be so weird to be a creator in New York right now, because so much of what I feel like being a creator in New York is like being able to be a New Yorker, like be out on the streets, interacting with people, like going places, doing things. And right now, like, they're like, make shit from your bedroom, figure it out. I mean, obviously,
Yeah, and it's like
there's people that have it much worse, but that's just that's kind of the whole point of this podcast. So I figured it would be something to talk about.
no, I mean like people. I don't know. It's just weird to see everything empty because it's like, for a second, there are drone shots of New York, and I was like, oh, that's for sure New York. But then, at some points, I was like, maybe if I just saw this shot, I would not know it's New York. But if there were people, for some reason, it would make me feel like, oh, that's New York. If I saw people, and like maybe close shots of people, it's like the people really distinguish a place, and it's kind of weird right now because it's like all these places are just frames of buildings, which it's not to say that architecture isn't a part of like a city, but it's like the people make up a city, really.
Yeah.
Like are a big part of it, at least.
I think I feel like we already talked about this, but there's pictures of Times Square completely empty. And after being in Times Square not too long ago, it seems impossible. Impossible. I don't even understand that.
People said that a bunch of, just nature is thriving right now.
I know. It's weird because like the world is doing great, but the economy is in the pooper. But
yeah.
I don't know. I don't think we've seen the end of this economy turn down, but
no.
We'll see. I'm doing great in the stock market currently, which is cool.
What do you have investments in?
Tesla and CRISPR.
What is CRISPR? CRISPR is technology software, like
gene editing software.
Oh,
they haven't hit the mainstream yet, but their stock.
No, I've heard of.
Yeah, no, but like what they do hasn't hit the mainstream yet. And gene editing, that's going to be huge in the future.
Yeah, that's scary, but that's going to be...
Dude, their stock, it's $50 a stock right now.
Now, or has it always been like that?
It's currently $50. I think that in 10 to 15 years, that stock could be worth anywhere from $3,000 to $15,000 a share, which is a huge discrepancy between prices. But
3 to 50,000.
But seriously, like, that's gonna be so big in the future.
It's cool. I saw this. My friend showed me this thing of it was like out of the recession in 2008.
Mm-hmm.
What companies thrived after that, or kind of were like born in that time period? It was like, I think it was like Uber.
Yeah. It was a lot of like new technologies.
Yeah, and it's interesting to think of, okay, what's gonna really come out of this, and
Tesla's gonna kill everybody. They were really off topic, but it's highly possible that we can see some legacy car companies like file for bankruptcy, go out of business, and
really, I know
Tesla, bro. They're just gonna keep chugging along.
Well, Tesla, and that's the thing, is like the manufacturing is not overseas.
Yeah, now they have the Shanghai Gigafactory, which, dude, in since the coronavirus, this whole thing, this first quarter of the year, like obviously all of this in China like broke out in December and January.
Right.
They had targets of delivering 90,000 units, 90,000 cars in China. They delivered 83,000. So
Oh my God.
dude, they barely got hit.
Why though?
Because in hard financial times, people look at their money and more and want it to go further. And with Tesla, you're getting a better bang for your buck. Within a couple of years, you've paid for your car completely. Not even like you've paid for your car within a year or two. With
Damn.
gas savings, with government incentives, and like it's just better for the planet. I sound like a Tesla fanboy right now, which I am, but it really like they're going to kill everybody, and they're going to start like licensing their gigafactories, bro. I swear they're going to start licensing their batteries. They're going to start licensing their engines. All of the car companies are going to be buying stuff from them.
It's so.
They're going to be.
Man, it's so. Just think about how much. Yeah, it's so weird to think of how much is going to change with just not just that, but everything. Like the way I listened to we've been doing some interviews with like doctors about this, about the virus and stuff for my class over Zoom, and they're just like, if you think about it, like the way we even interact is going to change potentially, where it's like,
oh yeah,
when you tell your kids like don't talk to strangers, it's going to be like stay 6 feet away from strangers.
At least.
Yeah.
But to get us back on track, I think we just finish it off with our next video challenge. I guess we'll call them challenges. I don't really know what else to call them. But let's just talk about what we want our topic to be, I guess. Topic, whatever.
I think the topic for this week would be choose a character, an object, and a setting. And within those, the character has to be... we can choose anything that starts with... How about we do anything that starts with the letter A for all three of those?
How do we do the character like that? What do you mean?
Oh, the character? Well, the character could be anything you want. It doesn't have to be a person, I guess.
The object and the place? Is that what you said?
We could do maybe like...
Because it has to be at home right now, obviously.
I know. We could do an object and... How about we just do that? No, an object that starts with... It's not going to work for this because...
I think that's a good idea when we have more freedom.
Yeah, we have more free... Yeah.
Yeah, we are currently in a dictatorship, so we're not allowed to leave our homes.
Yeah.
But what could our theme be? Topic. What about light?
That'd be cool.
I have zero idea what I'll do with that. But
you said, what about light? And you smiled for a sec, and then you slowly started to...
I was like,
what?
Speaking of light, check out this sick anamorphic lens flare. Because I'm recording on like a $12,000 anamorphic lens. No, I'm not.
Yeah, on a GoPro.
Not even, bro. This is my 3 megapixel camcorder on my 8-year-old laptop.
3 megapixel. Well, I think we should do light, and then
Oh, I fucked up my anamorphic flare, bro. Damn it.
you've got the opposite flare going. It's going vertically.
I've got that Jordan jump shot flare now.
Jordan jump shot.
I don't know. I don't know anything. So, what do you think? Light?
Yeah, the theme is light, and that could be anything we want with light. In that, I think that's fine. It's pretty
In that
general,
context.
but we can. Yeah.
All right. That's gonna be a challenge, I think. I don't know. It's gonna be bad, is what it's gonna be.
I think for this we'll just we'll post, or we'll just get the videos done at least, exported, whatever the hell they are. Like, let's just have that as a goal. Let's get something exported.
This time I won't be as embarrassed. I have a quote right here on my board. My little crazy person board where I just scribble things. And I have a quote on it that says, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." And that's by Epictetus. Epictetus. I don't know. I can't read the name, but I am trying to subscribe to that. And I am trying to get better. So I am ready to look foolish and stupid.
Trust me. Yeah, let's just see what we can do with it.
I mean, maybe if you want to finish your video, we can post it. And then in the description, we can say, Devon sucks donkey balls.
No, we're not going to. We have to, I think on this one, we can just like make it, I don't know, just like, however, if it's shitty, we just export it at least, and we don't have to post, but we just like,
yeah, have to press export.
Trust me, I feel like we can have good videos with this. I think it'd be a cool idea.
No, I want to keep doing this because I do want to make more videos and I want to be consistent. Speaking of consistency, this podcast needs to be more consistent.
I think it can become consistent. We could even have screenings of not our videos yet, but other people's videos that are good.
Some feature films,
Little movie night.
I'll get in contact with Kevin Hart, be like, "Yo, got this poppin' YouTube channel if you want to drop your next movie on here."
The Wi-Fi is really, really...
Oh, yeah. No, it'll take 13 hours at a minimum to upload. Feature-length film. Shot on an Aria. Ooh. We're looking at 35 days.
Surround sound, Dolby surround.
We're looking at least 35 days.
We're gonna have 3D glasses passed out to our audience.
It's 3D.
Mailed.
Oh, no, this is coming out next year. Don't worry about it. It's coming out next year. Let me upload it.
This is the next generation of thinkers. That's what it's for.
All right. That's it. We're done because we're obviously going insane. So thank you for listening to this week's episode. Like and subscribe if you thought it was terrible. So you have to do it now because we know it was bad. Just kidding. It wasn't bad. I think this was better. But do like and subscribe. Go follow us on the stuff, whatever stuff you think it is. If you want to follow us in person, that's the stuff too, I guess. Become
follow
our stalkers.
Us from 6 feet away.
Become our 6-foot stalkers. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Catch us in the next episode. We'll be back, hopefully on time next week.
Yep. With some videos, we'll do it.
With some videos. Thanks for watching. Like I said, 8 times already, but thanks for watching. See ya.